Okay.
Hey everyone, this is the Harry interview that I promised you. He's a great friend of mine and a great person in general. And this is the interview and just some questions I have for him in regards to artifact collecting, arrowhead collecting, etc.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Harry. Nice to meet you.
Now, Harry, I got a couple questions for you. The first one is: have you ever found any artifacts on property owned by your family?
I personally haven't, but the where I live now, I've had family members find an artifact before.
Cool. What is the importance of being grateful and respectful towards property owners who let you in on their land?
The importance to be respectful and not litter or tear their property up is they're letting you go. It's a privilege and it's not a right. So if you want to go there, you gotta just respect it and treat it with respect. Otherwise, you're not gonna get to go there. And I've personally been kicked off places because other people littered and tore stuff up, and I didn't. But you know what they say: one bad apple ruins the whole pot. So you just want to be real respectful to them because, like I said, it's a privilege. It's not a right, and so if you want to continue going and find stuff, you gotta treat them with respect, and they'll treat you with respect and let you keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Very important.
Mm-hmm. Now, has all your collection been surface collections, or did you find any artifacts by digging or excavating?
All of them have been service fines. One time, though, I was at a there was like some flint sticking out of the side of a wall, and I just kind of took a knife and just kind of was digging around in there, but there was already stuff exposed, and I just kind of dug around and found a tip of one. But other than that, I've never shoveled, digged, or sifted or anything like that. Just looking down and seeing it exposed.
That's cool. When did you start searching for artifacts?
I started when I was about in sixth grade, so I've been hunting about around 20 years now.
What was your first find?
My very first piece was a little tiny tip, but I found my first whole artifact was a little arrowhead like that with side notches on it, and it's just a little one, but it got me hooked. And
We're in the Midwest somewhere. How important is it in keeping your location secret?
well, if it's kind of like fishing, you don't want everyone fishing your honey hole, but you kind of want people to get into fishing. You want people to get into arrowhead hunting. Artifacts can be found anywhere in all over the world, but especially in the United States. Native American artifacts, stone tools, arrowheads, and stuff. They can be found anywhere along creeks, fields, rivers, and but you don't want too many people knowing your exact location, other than your friends and stuff. But you can find them anywhere, so you just gotta look down.
Now, I was reading this book, and according to Dr. H.M. Wormington, who is the former curator of archaeology in Denver's Natural History Museum, it's important to keep records. Do you or any of your family members who do any sort of artifact finding, do they keep records? And if so, what type of data do you collect?
Well, we usually take pictures of how it's laying, and then we keep them in cases. But people, some what we used to do a couple times we'd write in a journal just what we found and where it was found, and but we didn't do that very much. But we usually take photos of how it's laying, and but people have numbered them, put numbers on them with real thin magic permanent marker. They write a number on there, what number they found. But we personally just usually take photos of how they're laying
What are those photos called?
in situ,
And
in
what does that stand for?
situation,
In situation?
in situation photos of how it was laying.
That's cool. Now, have you ever showed any artifact finding with an institution or industry?
I have with the Archaeological Society where I'm from, and also a university archaeologist at a university in my area.
And let's see what that item might be. One of those items. Is that the gorget right there?
This is my top piece that I found. Here's the box that it's in. Nice eagle, dream catcher,
Yeah, that's real
teepees,
nice,
a
man.
moon.
That's real nice. I like that.
Real nice box.
Mm-hmm.
And then in here, we just take this out. And here's the prized possession, the gorget.
Wow. You guys
If
can...
you want to hold the box, Sam, I can hold it.
Okay, cool.
I'll show you.
Perfect.
If I can grab it out.
Perfect. Now, yeah, talk about the piece, some of the theories. I remember hearing multiple theories on it. For me personally, I've thought about it quite a bit, and I thought that maybe it might be some sort of calendar, lunar calendar, solar calendar. It could just be what kind of animal do you think it might be?
I believe it's a
The
dragonfly.
dragonfly, that's right.
And
Yep.
I researched the dragonfly, and in Native American culture, the dragonfly signifies purity, renewal after a hardship, water. Some tribes, some cultures believe dragonflies to be the spirits of those who have passed coming back and protecting them. But it's all good signs, so I believe it's a dragonfly. Here are the wings running side to side, and the body runs hole to hole. And then there's a little design there and some design up here, crosses.
I remember we counted one time the amount of boxes. I don't remember. Y'all at home can pause the video and count. But it's real interesting of a design. It's just real interesting, and I thank you for showing this to the public. This is just a great find, a great piece, obvious museum quality right there. Just
So
amazing,
you can
Harry.
see the holes go all the way through. You
Yep,
can
they
see
go
the
all the way
grass.
through. Wow.
Only piece that's broke on it's right there. Probably who knows how it got broke. But definitely I'd rather have this piece than that piece for sure.
Yeah.
But I believe it was a necklace piece. You know, definitely something meaningful for. It's made out of stone, and it took, how long it took to make. It had to be something special. Uh, and only way we'd know for sure everything about it is to talk to the person that made it. And that's not
Not
possible
even
today.
possible.
But when we go in the Great Spirit, when we pass, maybe we'll get our answers. But it's a great piece, definitely. It's a gorget you don't see all the time, and it's
Just a beautiful piece.
you rarely see them with a carving. You never see them with a carving on them. Rarely. You don't see them really serrated that much. Usually they're just got two holes in them and they're flat on all sides. Usually, typically, but I would say this is probably a probably Eastern influence design. Kind of has like a Cahokia kind of feel to it. Spiral mounds. So it probably came out east, maybe a traveler. So
Real nice
definitely
piece.
cool. Definitely my best piece by far.
Wow. Real awesome, man. Besides gifting, and thank you for the arrowheads and things that you and your family members have given me over the past few years, have you sold any of your findings?
No, I've never accepted cash or sold my findings. I have traded. When I first started, I've traded artifacts for other artifacts. Like a buddy of mine would be like, "Hey, I like that arrowhead," and I'm like, "Well, I like that one you got," and we'd be like, "Hey, we'll just trade them."
Mm-hmm.
But I've never taken money for any of my finds. I've just given them to people and just traded for other artifacts.
That's real nice, man. Thank you again.
You're welcome, brother.
Arrowhead shows. Have you ever been to one?
Yes, I have. I've been to a couple shows and won a few awards for my collection. My best award I got was best find in the last 12 months, and it was for this piece here because they have a show once a year, and so in the last 12 months, I found the best find out of anybody there. So it's real cool.
So you do enjoy the shows that they do of the arrowheads and artifacts?
Yeah, it's real cool seeing a bunch of people with your that share your interest and hobby and uh, know just as much as you do, or and not just the same stuff, but you can learn from them and see all kinds of artifacts and crazy things you couldn't have even imagined made, and how old and how long ago, and that they survived. And only bad thing about the show is sometimes you hear that sound of flint breaking, someone dropped something, so you got to be careful. But other than that, it's a real good experience, real fun,
Mm-hmm.
great time, and great artifacts, great people.
That's cool. What type of identifiable artifacts have you found?
I found common artifacts, rare artifacts, unknown artifacts. I found them from bird points to spear points, drills, knives, scrapers, axes, celts, pottery, just about anything imaginable, pipes,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just anything they made, uh, you can find anywhere.
Yeah, I really enjoy the pottery. It's just real cool to think about that kind of stuff. When preparing to go into the field, what sort of checklist do you have?
There's a few things, you gotta be cautious of the weather, rain, heat, snow, wind. You just want to be prepared for the elements, whether it's water boots or just regular boots, or water shoes. Uh, uh, you know, if it's cold, you want to have plenty of warm gear. You want to have a hat, to block the sun. Sunscreen. You want to have plenty of water. If you chew or smoke cigarettes or tobacco, you want to have that with you. You want to have a stick so you don't have to keep bending down.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, mm, but that's about the main few things you want to have a checklist for.
That's a good
Have plenty
checklist.
of water, something to drink.
Yeah, that's important too. Stay hydrated. Now, geographically, what areas did you find your favorites in your collection in? Like, for instance, the Gorget.
Just around water sources. All life revolves around water. Enemies, food, animals, yourself. All life revolves around water. So, geographically around water sources. And kind of high elevated places, and sometimes where the water runs when it gets real high is a good spot too, because it washes stuff out. But high rises and waterways.
That's awesome. Now, what was that saying? I remember the first few times you guys took me out, it was base out. What finished this? What was it? Base out.
Well, in our experience hunting, usually if it's a base out sticking out, most of the time it's broke. Usually if the tip's sticking out, it's usually whole. That's not for everyone. That's just in our experience hunting. Kind of little saying we got: base out broke, tip out together. But it's not 100%. Sometimes you find a tip sticking out, it's broke. Sometimes you see a base sticking out, it's whole.
Mm-hmm.
But just kind of little things we've noticed. Most of the time it's broke when it's base out.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, that's pretty true when hunting with you guys, and it's just a good saying that I liked. I always like that saying. What piece do you own that has your favorite pecking? Because you guys taught me what pecking was, flaking, edge work.
Well, my favorite craftsmanship piece would probably be the gorget, because everything it's got carving, drilled holes, serrations. So craftsmanship would probably be the gorget. As far as flaking goes, my favorite piece is I found a 5 inch long like kind of Harrowhead knife looking, and it's got real nice flaking on it. And edge work wise, I got this little tiny bird point that fits in the side inside my thumbnail, and it's serrated and looks like a little white Christmas tree. It's real cool edge work on it, and but those are probably my favorite: edge work and craftsmanship and flaking.
That's real nice. Harry, I want to thank you again for coming onto my YouTube channel and sharing these magnificent pieces and stories that you have, because you guys got me into arrowhead hunting and all that, and it just really coincides with a lot of my research, which I'm grateful for. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Anytime.
You guys have a good night on YouTube.
Take care. Have a good one. Thanks for listening.
Bye.